roadblocks. I'll be able to show you the direction, and I'll be able to show you so we will never measure, we will never we are going to do multi-time frame analysis. How do you switch from time frame to time frame? You know, but right now I think the money the DC is not divided. We'll have used a different DC. Yeah. So if you come, I know I told you in the last session, I told you that when you see a level that is congested and price tap into that level, pay attention to it. Pay close attention to it. Close attention should be paid to it. Like, for example, this place now, you know, this place is a strong support area. Can you see it? Can you see it? This is the end of the year rally I've been telling people. Every year, God has maintained this rally. Every year, this is reserved for the executive VIPs. You can use this alone to trade gold in the physical gold. You can tell your wife every year of December. Every year of December, you can use this to help your madam at home. You can help your brother, your friend, you know, that doesn't know about Forex. You don't have to know anything about Forex. Just tell them buy into gold, so period. If you go back in the next 50 years backward, God has maintained this circle. God has maintained this circle. So that's for another day. We are not for this. We are not for that for now. God has been maintaining that circle. This is a very congested area. Can you see the level? No price close below this level. No price close below this level. So if later in the this now, if gold managed to push to this level, it got to this level, there will be a very, very strong battle here to break through this place. If it could break through it, it's going to drop so huge, because it's a strong level. It's a strong level. So if you could not break through it, that means it's going to bounce so much higher. Yeah, it's going to bounce higher. So that is that. No, when we were in the last session, we were talking about the congestion level that price tap into. You don't even need for price, because this is a weekly chart. This is a weekly time frame, right? This is a weekly time frame. So right now you have your storyline that market is what is bearish. Market is no longer bullish because it has tapped into this zone. It has taken out liquidity here. So market has turned to bearish. Right from this place, it has been bearish. All these are pullbacks. In a monthly storyline, these are weekly pullbacks within monthly storyline. So when market pulls back, it breaks out this particular level of SNR, it pulls back into this place. This place, instead of it to go up higher, there was a gap level here that tried to push it backward. So you must have understood this, that price will not go beyond this level because it's a fresh level. So price push it back. It got to this place. Can you see here? We have about two. See this? This is a gap. This is about 2 gap. So this is what happened here. Price tap into it and bounces. Because of what? Because of the congestion here. 2 SNRs meet at this place. It's a confluence point. That's a strong confluence. Too big this meet at the same price. It's a battleground. It's a strong battlefield. So that's why this price will not go down to this level. But you still come here because this is another fresh level too. But this level is not as, as strong as, though it's an eternal this thing, right? It's an eternal range. This too is an eternal stuff. It's an eternal range within this, within this monthly time frame. But this place will be it will draw more attention than this place that is single. This place will draw more attention because it's a fresh level. Can you see? It's a fresh level. No week has taken out any this here. It's body to body. So it's fresh. But price tap into it, it come out to this place. And because this place too is a fresh, price come into it. You know, price come into it and do what? Withdraw back. So we have a weekly rejection there. You will just switch your this is straight immediately. Your stop loss will be above here. Then probably you enter here. But this is for what? This is for swing traders. Those people that, you know, you have your maybe like prop firm account, maybe FTMO of 100K account or thereabouts. With equity, you know, we draw down minimum drawdown of 5% daily. So you hit this. Let's measure the pips you are getting there. Measure the pip from that high. This is almost about 675 pips. 675 pips that you are going to capture here on gold. So you can imagine what will happen next. See, just 1 week alone. See 1 week. See 1 week. Because of what? Because of the congestion here. Price pull back. After taking a liquidity above this resistance level, this SNR, 2 SNR, they met here. Price pull back and face with full force. Took out this level, this fresh level here. Took it out, and it's coming down. It's targeting the. Though this is on a fresh level, it has been tapped, but it can still be used because it has only been tapped once. So this is a fresh level. So your next target will be here. This is a fresh level too. Your next target will be here. Your next target will be here. All these are your target point when you sell from that top. Oh God, I'm just revealing some things that God will help you. See, this is on fresh. This is fresh level. This is fresh level. This is on fresh. It has been tapped once, but it can still be used again because it has not been tapped more than 3 times. When you have about over 3 times tapping, so it definitely has become so weak. This is a fresh level. All these are fresh level. You mark them out. You mark them out. So somebody will ask that why this place is a fresh level, but it may happen that in a lower time frame, either 4 hours or thereabout, there is a particular this in here that caused this place to come down, that made this place to break through it. It could be a congestion here or thereabout, or you know. So that's why you need to do what? You need to do your multi-time frame analysis very well. Go to 4 hours, 1 hour, mark out those levels. So that when you see it in a weekly or daily, you know that this reaction is coming from a lower time frame roadblocks. You know, I told you roadblocks is what? It's just simply pullbacks, obstacles. They are pullbacks within a higher time frame. So that is where gold closed last week on Friday. Because of what? Because we already have a bearish storyline on weekly. And weekly is the father, the father of a direction. From 1 hour down, you know, 1 hour down, they are just children, you know. So weekly has more influence on those lower time frame movements. So weekly has more potential. You understand? Because it's the head. So it determines the direction, the long-term direction. Because of what? Because it has been maintaining a bearish this is right from this top here. It has been maintaining bearish, breakthrough bearish, breakthrough pullback bearish, breakthrough pullback bearish, breakthrough. It will go back again once it has maybe probably took out to this in, and so we are expecting it to come to this place that it starts taking out. And because this is a new month, the beginning of a new month, yeah. So there's going to be possible a reversal will happen that will make this place to go into this broken. So that's how to build your storyline, so that you know that when you come into the market, if the market has not got to a fresh level, you know what to do. You go to a lower time frame to see if there is a pullback that you can enter. Something like this. You are looking at this place to re-enter because weekly is what? Weekly is bearish. So throughout last week, will you buy? You won't buy. You won't buy in a high this except if you want to scalp. If you want to scalp like maybe 100 pips or thereabout, because on that weekly you are targeting, your minimum target is 500 pips. Yeah, your minimum is 500 pips. So you don't scalp if you want to be a positioner or scalping, because all those scalp is just a distraction for you. It will be a distraction for you. So you must determine your own lifestyle of this thing and be able to combine your time frame towards that, which is what I did in the manual, you know. Then which I'm going to share with the details with the executive member, how to. Yeah, you can buy the manual just for just your this thing, but this thing is reserved for to be fair enough to them. Please, this thing is reserved for the executive members, VIP. Yeah. So if you're a scalper, you use this time combination, 15 minutes as a setup, 1 minute, 5 minutes as take profit. Then setup, if you are a position trader, you use monthly or weekly. But monthly is not really is a kind of a this. Weekly is more consistent. So you use setup as this, then your rejection weekly, entry confirmation daily. So if you fall into intraday trader 4-hour setup, rejection will be 1 hour or 30 minutes. Then your entry will be 30 minutes, 15 minutes, or 5 minutes. So all these are what you can do on a chart refinement. When you refine your chart from higher time frame to lower time frame, you do your refinement in order to see the breakout very well. You will not don't use your setup. Please don't use your price rejection of a level to do entry, except if you are trading on a swing level. If you are scalping and you say because Kinikon has pulled back, you now enter it at 4 hours. There could be pullback that will eat up your this. If your equity is not enough to accommodate it, you understand? You cannot use $50 that somebody, one student that we gave a setup in the group. He went to trade gold for that matter. He went to trade gold $50. He was using 0.1. He used 0.1, and the pullback ate up this, and gold decided to go still went in the same direction. But because their equity could not accommodate the pullback, because gold is volatile. Yeah, he has a direction. But the account cannot. He went to use 0.1 on $50 on gold. In that case back, he was complaining. I said, bros, when we tell you to come to this, you say no. You say you are thinking of money. You will not come to the real this thing. You now lost that money now. You could not come back and how much is your this thing? Can you and now say see you? The money you don't want to lose in mentorship class, you have gone to lose it to the markets. Your eyes is clear now. So please, you have to be very, very careful with your this thing. Yeah, you must know your own lifestyle and use the proper risk management to trade it. Use the proper risk management. I'm not saying because you see a rejection because it's confirmed. Rejection price will always go to that direction. But there are pullbacks, there are drawdowns. If the equity could not take that drawdown, you can imagine for that for this good market trade that I just did now. You can imagine within this place alone, this small pullback alone will cause. This pullback alone, this small week here on top of this week alone, it could take almost about 100 pips. That drawdown. But you can imagine if you have enough capital, you are trading long, you can imagine just throughout 1 week alone, you can imagine what you have gotten 799 pips. And the drawdown is not really, it won't really affect you on your account, because if you are using it maybe you are trading probably, or maybe you don't have that up to that 100,000 account, and maybe you take F7 100K or 200K. So you have the opportunity to do what? You have the opportunity to use maybe one standard lot size. You just do what we call layering. So you start your set, you can take almost about 10 or 5 position around this place, because you know that this place has been tapped into, and the price went up, as it comes down to the opening price, you continue to strike. So your stop loss will be where? And you see, this is another confirmation, which is reserved. I think people have been posting me that why will I expose that in YouTube and this liquidity sweep? You understand? Very, 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 very powerful. I'm telling you, very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. It rarely fails. It hardly fails. Yeah, when you see it, it hardly fails. Very, very powerful. See it? See it. So those are the things you must look into in your storyline, building your storyline. Now I'll be able to take you through this in the sorry. So we'll not go to each time frame, lower time frame. What do you, if you get to this place? If you get to this place, I pray this thing will allow me to do. It will not allow me to do this. What do you see in the lower time frame? What do you see in the lower time frame? What do you see in the lower time frame? You must, I told you, you must see what? You must see a pattern of breakout in the lower time frame. What is the pattern? Pattern is, this is the pattern for sell. No, sorry. That's not what I wanted to do. Price went up to hit a particular level of this in here, right? So you want to see something like this. If you take out this, yeah. So this is the breakout you are waiting for. I will not post this thing on YouTube, please. I want to reserve it. I mean, to not go on YouTube for now. Yeah. I've done a lot of this on there. So yeah. So this is a breakout you want to see. So when you get this breakout, what do you go? What do you do? You do what? Do your this. If you can get, maybe if you have a knowledge of engulfing will help you a lot. Look out for engulfing around this place. The price will come into and tap into. Your stop loss will be here. So you're going to do your this form. No, sorry. That will be your entry point level and the stop loss. So the next this will be here. So if price go back into it, tap back into that place. Wow, come down. So, but here, if you have a knowledge of this multi-level or multi-SNR, this thing, you have them here. That means this place is going to be strong. It's going to be a strong reaction there. It will help you to filter that place very well. It will help you as a checklist. Now, once price tap into this zone, and you see a kind of another SNR there, SNR, price tap into it, and you say withdraw back immediately, you strike, because it's happening where? It's happening at a particular higher time frame SNR. You got this as it at a higher time frame SNR. So this is serving as what? As your POI now. This place is serving as your what we call POI. This is you know, if you are ICT, you know, if you understand what I mean. Yeah. Point of interest. Yeah. So this is a kind of this maybe probably like this. Yeah, this, yeah. So that's it. That's it's an SNR. It should come from a weekly SNR or monthly, so you must get this breakout here and you enter straight. So that is that for. So that is that for how to build your storyline. 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 Now, what do you? Another thing you must look out for in your storyline. I told them yesterday in the class that it's only Arif. I think it's only Arif that made mention that they call it the Malaysian call it a decision levels. Decision levels. If you have watched that guy Arif and this guy, this is students. Yeah, they call it decision levels. It's in the manual. I really took time to resistance level is simply a hidden base. We call it a hidden base, right? A hidden base. If you have a candle coming down like this as a if we have this as a buying market, and it's approaching your S&R level. So take note of this. If you are building your storyline, you must take note of this. If it's approaching a particular level, right? Yeah. So this is a gap. This is a gap. This is a gap. It could be like this. It could be like this. You can have an S&R here, and this one take it out. You can have another S&R here. As long as it's still within that zone of a higher time frame, right? So when you have something like this, I told them yesterday that this is what we call a hidden base. So in a lower time frame, if you go to lower time frame, what this thing is telling you is that price moves. You start moving from this place, right? Went higher, went high. It creates this high. Then it was pushed back to close here. It was pushed back to close here. Then the next candlestick opens and continue lower. You know, candlestick information is that before it will go up, it must come down first. That's manipulation. Before it will come down, it must first of all go up. So that's what is happening here. So before this price will go or move higher, it must first of all come down in order to clear those lows, liquidity or thereabouts. It first of all come down before it starts going up. So it has created a kind of design in a lower time frame that we call a breakout. You will see this as a breakout in a lower time frame. In a lower time frame. So take note so that when you see this thing approaching a particular S&R, take note because there's probably going to be a reversal. That's going to be a reversal. Price will tap back into it, and if you break through here, oh sorry, let me use this. I mean, price is going to tap back into this place. Then you have to come here and sweep down. So that is what that decision level means. This guy, especially on higher time, on the 4 hours. When you see 4 hours edition on a daily time frame S&R, you must pay attention to it. This place is going to be a reversal. Except if it breaks above it and there's a kind of zone here, a strong zone that push it higher. So you must look out for gap at the level of your S&R. If you get a gap at the level of your S&R, it means it's a stronger this thing. Like what we have here. Let me see if you can get one here. We get one here. Yeah, this is a gap. This is a gap. This is a gap. If you refine this place lower, if you take it to like daily or 4 hours, you will see zigzag. You see something like this. This is what you will see. So price will come back into it and tap back into it and comes down lower. If you take it lower to like daily, let's see daily. You can imagine this. You see it. This is for daily. You see the zigzag. See this? See the zone. It has given you what we call a hidden engulfing or a hidden this in there. Yeah. And if you take it another 4 hours lower, If you use 4 hours, you see more pullback there. We did that weekly gap. So this is what we call this, so you have to refine it, going to refine it, going to refine it. You see it, you see it. So you get in under 4 hours, you get this. You get this under 4 hours. See it? You get this engulfing zone under 4 hours. So instead of you using this huge this thing, you probably choose the one that is at the top. And price get to it, and what happens? It comes down. So your next target will be, your next target will be this low. Next target will be that low. You can imagine. When price went to work again, another opportunity for you to buy. Where will be your stop loss? Where will be your stop loss? The higher side. Your stop loss can never be hit, because this place falls in what? In a gap that is strong. Weekly gap. All these are opportunity to resell. The opportunity to resell. You can imagine how many pips they're down to this place. So you have used this to circle out your first position, the enter newly here. 900. Wow. It's close to 1,000 pips. It's close to 1,000 pips. So we have 10 minutes more. So let's end this in there. Then for interactive session. For interactive session, we have 10 minutes more. So God gave us this. So the manual details all this thing I'm showing you. We do chart refinement. How do you do your chart refinement if you are doing your storyline? How do you switch from, this? You see the way I do that a gap, that be able to see a comfortable low risk entry than using a huge this in a higher time frame. Yeah, that is chart refinement. You'll be able to learn the skill, get the skill very well. You can refine a chart, you may not use more than stop loss of 5 pips. Instead of using huge on a higher time frame, you want to use a 150 pips stop loss. Why exposing yourself to a maximum risk? Protect your capital. That's the first assignment in the market. Take care of your risk first. Take care of your risk. Forget about profit. Take care of your risk first. Refine. When you refine it to a lower traffic, you may end up not getting like, though this is good, it's volatile, but you may not end up getting like 10 pips, 15 pips, on 15 minutes of refinement, like we did here now. You can imagine that level. But if you go to a weekly gap, you want to use a stop loss, it will be very, very high. Your mind will not be comfortable. If you are doing something, if you are with madam, you still want to be angry. This thing, you pull back. No. So let me click on this thing so that I can allow for. So I can allow for this thing. So if you have any questions, we have less than 7 minutes to go. If you have any questions, please. But I have to rest and do some other distance. So that is the end of the storyline. If you want to, you can still get the DC. You can still get the stuff. So how to refine? This is you have to refine it to a lower time frame to see the breakouts. Then how to do the level by levels, how to do your storyline. Level by levels. This is automatically given as a free bonus to all VIPs. Free bonus to all VIPs. and extensive follow-up, lifetime. Because it is who know the worth that determines the worth. That determines what comes out of it. Yeah, like between Elisha and Elijah. He said he wanted a double portion. Think it's easy? No. You have to pay sacrifice. For everything in life, you deserve it. Life does not give you what you deserve. You have to negotiate for it. Yeah. This guy alone, he gave it $700 on mentorship class. It's Lancator. And before then, this year alone, we have spent more than $1,500 for knowledge alone. So you see, knowledge is, people that are on top, they don't joke with information. Any cost, they go for it. That's value. You attach values. You treasure knowledge a lot. You treasure knowledge a lot. I attended the trading hub. This thing. I attended trading hub. $350. Come to Kisofan on a golfing with Kisofan, Slankator. Nobody will now come up and say we thought it's a bargain for free. It's free. I've done some part of free, but not everything. That means I should. No, you won't value me now. You won't value me as a person. So we end this in there. Though for your own interest. So this is the 5 action plan I put up in the DC. The 5 action plan for if you want to do your trade. Those are the steps you follow. How do you mark your zone? The price rejection. When you see from price marking the zone to price rejection, from price rejection to price breakout, the one I just did for you now. Price breakout. Then confluence points. Those checkpoints you must look out for that will give you a high probability. You don't need to trade all trade. It could be just one trade in a month. My mentor told me that he only trades once in 6 months. Once in 6 months. There's somebody that trades once in a year, trading crude oil. One of my students from Pakistan. He is based in Canada. He trade crude oil only. He said he trade once because he's working. So but that once he could take like 6,000 pips. I want trade. He has almost about $100,000 in managing $100,000 in his account. So he only come to learn this thing for me, AMD. He only come to learn AMD for me. I think it's still this thing. So you have to mark the zone. Then you go to entry confirmation, blah, 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 blah. So that is so we call it up for today. So I'll post the DC, not on YouTube. I'll post it to, please, you will send me, anyone that attended the class, send me your DC. I will send the recorded version to you on your Telegram. DM me on my DC. You know my DM. Just click on my DC there. You see my DM. Please beware of scammer that want to clone me and represent me as DC. Please, on the group, beware. Don't just go and fall into the wrong hands. This is my. Let me put up my DC now. This is my username. It's there when you just click on my DC. But somehow somebody been in the confusion put I Adegboru and at 1.